the new generation and then the older generation not. But it's just like, man, come on, guys, everything changed. You know, like you guys, the NBA should thank Allen Iverson for just defeating the dress code. Michael Jordan coming in $5,000 suits. Some guys don't want to wear that. And Allen Iverson's like, I'm not wearing that, and he didn't. And now the dress code is completely changed. You know, it's just like, but it's just.
Well, I'll say this too. Like, we weren't in the locker rooms for like 2-3 years, whatever it was, because of COVID. When we first got back in, and it was, you know, it is a thing anywhere in the world, right? But what I'm about to say, y'all be like, oh yeah, everyone has their phone down. There's no and all my coach friends are saying, yeah, at halftime they go back to their locker and they do this.
Yep,
I've heard you say similar.
Crazy, different generation.
That's why, like, for me, when I was coaching high school, I coached high school probably about maybe 5-6 years ago. Yo, 2 things I didn't allow on the team. You can't do a Euro step, and yo, you get on your phone after the game. I don't care how much you on the phone after the game on a bus back to school, or you know what I'm saying, you going home with your parents. I don't care, but no, at halftime, it ain't no. First of all, we ain't even on TV like that. Like, we ain't even a big school like that to be, you know what I'm saying, for you to be checking your phone. And there ain't nothing that important. Like, your parents already know you got a game tonight. Shit, they sitting out there. You know what I'm saying? So like,
exactly.
Yeah, no, I banned that whole phone thing. Yeah, that's what they do. They go look at the phones. Like, you know, the same way we were guilty, my generation was guilty of, all right, we sitting down, the coach come in the locker room, he make his halftime spiel. Yo, let me see that stat sheet. And then you look at the stat sheet, but we're looking at the stat sheet like, all right, like, damn, we got our rebounds. We got to pick up our rebounds. And, you know, like, oh, shit, I'm shooting shitty. All right, let me pass the ball more, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But today, yeah, like you said, they go look at their phones, and it could be looking at the gram, looking at their Twitter, looking at all the other TikToks and all the other social media things that they got just to see if somebody put something on them or whatever. It's like, yo, you're not even focused on, like you said before the game, you're not even communicating with your teammates. You're about to go out here and go to war, dog.
Yeah.
I need to know if you ready.
Yeah.
That whole you looking at your phone shit, that's showing me that you're not ready.
You know when you take a picture with a group of friends and you hand it to someone and they hand you the phone back and the person takes it and they zoom in on their face only. That's what happened with these guys. It seemed like everyone is caring about their brand, their path, and whatever. Which, look, I get it. That's important. But also, like, basketball, the sport that this whole
why you're here.
But also, the essence of basketball is egalitarian. You need all 5 guys to work together. The business is the exact opposite of that. It's really insane.
No, it's more about because I want to ask you a question, Sheed. Did you talk to your teammates in the offseason?
Hell yeah, I still talk to them
now.
That's crazy. No, because it's just I know some guys that don't talk nowadays. They don't talk to each other, and it's like people are like making Jason, have you talked to Jalen Brunson? I mean, have you talked to Jaylen Brown? He's like, no. And they're like, you don't talk to your teammate? I'm like, bro, they just won a championship together. They've been together for like 8 months. Like, give them a couple days.
Yeah, I ain't gonna talk to them every day. But no, you still talk to your teammates and shit. Okay. Like, I know back when I was playing, we all stayed in town. Like, nobody left to go back to their hometown. Or you might go to visit, but yeah, we all stayed in town as the veterans and stuff. Like, when I played in Portland, Cliff Robertson was my veteran. Rest in peace, Uncle Cliffy. Yo, and we would run pickup. Like, you know, just learning things from him and the other veterans, Chris Dudley. You know, he would stay in Portland when I was out there too. And just learning things from them during the summer, off season, you getting your ass beat every day. So, all right, it's going to make me tougher. It's going to make me better for when they really need me in the regular season and the playoffs.
You guys would stay up in Portland or Detroit? Because that Detroit team, Shawnee's my brother and Tayshawn's brother were on this. I've known Shawnee since he was.
Okay.
So, because you guys were the closest team, because they even did a Sports Illustrated article about how close you guys were. Like, if you saw one Piston, you saw 5 of them. You know, it wasn't just like nowadays you see one guy and it's just him by himself and he's got the whole section of the club. And it's just like, but that's what Tayshawn was saying. He was like, there's one, there's all of us.
It was all of us. Yeah, we all together. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's going to carry over to the court. Like the same way it was the saying, the slogan, you're going to play how you practice. Well, you're going to communicate how you practice. You know what I'm saying? If you don't practice that communication, that going hanging out with the fellas, that camaraderie, you know what I'm saying?
Rusty.
Everybody got the money. We all got money. You got your clothing brand. I got some sneakers. You got your T-shirt. You might have a cooking business. Whatever the case, we all making money. But yo, here's the thing. We can make more money by winning.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? We win a chip, or, you know what I'm saying, we winning these games and going 62-10, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be for that. Yo, you winning, that's going to get you more money.
Is that still the case though? Because now it feels like you can't. I can have a
100%,
a shoe 100%. Deal. I can have a
well, no. I think it's different now. Like you do have some teams and some guys who are like that, but for me, a majority of it, as you see it, like you just said, it's different. Everybody caring about themselves more. You know, you going into the locker room, me and my squad, or you coming to the game, it's me and my squad. Yo, we getting off the bus. Why they don't show the cats? It's about at least 3 or 4 dudes who walk together from the bus to the locker room, but they always showing the one individual guy.
Exactly.
You know, and they got he walking with his little laundry bag and book bag, and he in this little skirt and fashion suits and all that shit. He in. Yo, it's no team camaraderie. Like, they don't even allow them to shake the hands after the game no more.
Man, I still think that camaraderie wins, and I just go back to the Pistons, the 04 They beat the Lakers. Yeah. And the Pistons were like this. Man. And then you had Kobe and Shaq like this. Yeah. And then I'm sure Rasheed was hyping Ben Wallace every night.
Oh, we took advantage of it.
Yeah, I don't care how big he is. And you're going to shut him down. I don't care. And everybody's like, well, Shaq got outplayed by Ben Wallace, which is majorly disrespectful. But Ben Wallace did better than any other center, and I know it's because they all had his back. And I'm just saying, the Celtics, 64-18, win the championship, pretty much sweep through the whole thing. That's because camaraderie has to play a part.
It does.
It
plays a huge part.
You think that breeds the winning, not winning breeds the
it does. It's like a mad scientist. You know, you need a sprinkle of this, a sprinkle of luck, a sprinkle of camaraderie, a sprinkle of, you know, winning them 50-50 balls out there on that court, you know, and stir it all up in that pot. That's what you need for coming out on top. Because just think about it. Let's say even this past year during the finals, if Jaylen Brown didn't hit that three, you know what I'm saying, or if he didn't run off or for a straight 10 points or this or that, you know, hey, the outcome is different. Right. But those are things like you got to be prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be prepared for luck. Luck's going to happen, but you got to be ready for it.
Another thing I'll say too, talking about, you know, what you made back in your day, even though you're saying, you know, all you guys had money, the amount of money that these guys are making now also allows them all to put all their people on.
Man, so some of them still don't. But go ahead.
Yeah, true.
For sure. But the guys who do, some of them are putting on 6, 7, 8, and they travel and they hang out with their crew. And they don't hang out with anyone else on the team because they have their crew. And I remember being in Manila, it was amazing to see how many guys on that USA team had their trainer with them there, had their photographer with them there. There's a guy that I'm cool with who was there with one of the players, and he said there was one guy on the team, I wish I knew who it was because I would have shouted that guy out, who didn't have a guy with him there. He was like, isn't that weird? I was like,
that he did not have the guy.
I was like, no, I think it's weird that you're here. What are you doing for your guy? He was like, oh, well, you know, I help him get up in the morning. I pack his bag with him. I'm like, what?
This
is a grown ass man. He's like, I don't know. Some of these guys, they need that. And it's just like,
yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm not going to speak on it, but I mean, I'm not in the NBA making $60 million, but it's like you come from dire situations.
For sure.
I'm sure Rasheed can speak on this better than anybody.
For sure.
Okay, Simon Gratz, okay? So I'm just saying, like, come from dire situations, and some guys just can't do anything.
Yeah.
It's just, I can do one thing, but you don't want him to do that because then everybody's going to jail.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, find something to keep him off the streets.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
sure.
that's what you're saying is he's a grown man.
Cut hair, do whatever it is. Keep you on the straight and narrow.
Go wash my cars.
Yes.
Man, what? Hey, keeping him off the streets, he's getting paid.
True. Yeah.
You know, but not all guys do that.
Yeah.
You know, you get there and there's certain guys, you know, so you're looking around, you're like, okay, you're not, you know, but it's just how it is. And guys are making 60, 70, 80, $100 million. Like, dude, Jaylen Brown probably makes what, $80 million a year, 20 off the court. Yeah. Not even just endorsements with the shoes, just whatever. So these guys are making so much money. Rasheed just said he signed for 80. Jaylen Brown is making that a year.
Yeah.
And when
mine was over 6 years.
You see what I'm saying? And that was
they don't even let you do that money anymore.
No.
No, it's 5 years now.
Max.
Yep.
Max is 5. It's crazy. So I mean, it's just like, then you see like Rasheed Wallace, what he's done. You know what he did for the game. I mean, come on, he was 6'11" shooting threes, and he played for Dean Smith. Dean Smith didn't let him shoot no threes, and he still shot them. You know what I'm saying?
No, I remember the 1 3 I did shoot that always sticks in my mind is I missed the tying 3 my freshman year against Boston College from the corner. I remember that to this day. That joint fell short. It hit the front rim. Boom. I was like, oh, man. But no, coach never let me shoot no threes. I didn't really start shooting threes until I had to play the 3 in Portland one year. And other than that, it was all downhill after that.
That's what I'm saying. But he helped change the position,
the dynamic. Yeah, and then you had Dirk come along.
Man.
Dirk with him being 6'11", 7 feet, and with him having his jump shot and shooting threes the way that he did. So, yeah.
I was young as hell then, but I remember at the turn of the century, all those guys, Dirk, KG, even a little bit of Tim, like they were playing. Everyone was playing 3. You had 3 7-footers out there. Like I remember when they brought it back in Cleveland with Larry. It was like, oh, this is. I remember doing this in NBA Live 2002. Like,
it was like All-Star game. It's like who's gonna play the 3?
Exactly.
Because KG, Tim Duncan, and Shaq was gonna be there.
Yeah,
and Dirk.